physical makeup. All right, so we was a troop, or that's a term. That's the characteristics or spirit that's on us. We're fighting warrior men. Okay, all right. Okay, so now I'm gonna go a little bit into the prophecy of Genesis 49. Excuse me. Genesis 49:1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear ye sons of Jacob, hearken unto Israel your father. Okay, he said that these things shall befall you in the last days, making what? Jacob or Israel prophet. All right, this is out of the Apocrypha, which you can find it in the King James 16:11. This is Tobit 4:12. It says, Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So Jacob was a prophet. And what was he doing? He was prophesying what shall befall the descendants of Gad, as well as the other tribes of the nation, his other sons that he had, will befall him in these times. Okay? And the last days. And the last days began what? Let's go into that. When the Lord came on the scene. This is Hebrews 1:1. Alright. Hebrews 1:1 says, God, who at sundry times and diverse manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets. Alright. Having these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. Okay? Alright? So the Lord spoke through Israel or Jacob to his sons, the children of Israel, telling them what will befall them in these times. Okay? Alright? This is because the Lord speaks through the prophets. Alright? This is Hosea, Hosea, excuse me, chapter 12, verse 9. Excuse me. It says, And that I am the Lord thy God from the land of Egypt, where ye yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles, as in the days of the solemn feasts. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Alright? So the Lord spoke through the prophets. Alright? And even who the world ill calls Jesus Christ spoke about what will befall the children of Israel in these last days, or in these times. Alright? Which they began when the Lord had came on the scene. Alright? First Peter's got this new Bible, isn't it? Alright, 1 Peter's 1:19. It says, 1 Peter's 1:19. But with the precious blood of Christ, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you. So the beginning of the last times, or when these prophecies that Jacob was speaking to his sons, his 12 sons, the patriarchs or the fathers of the tribes, alright, that will become the nation of Israel, it began when the Lord was on the scene. From that time till now, we are in the last times. Okay? Alright? Or the last days. Okay, and when you look up that word last days in the Hebrew, it's Akaryath Yawam, alright, which means the last days, and Akaryath means latter times, prophetic for future time. So he was speaking about the future to his sons. Okay, so let's go back to Genesis chapter 49 verse 19. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him. Okay, it said a troop shall overcome him. Now we already went through the name Gad and what it meant and the attributes of Gad. Okay, it says Gad, a troop shall overcome him. Okay, alright, that's right, they were warriors. Now when it says a troop shall overcome him, alright, the word troop is Strong's Hebrew 14:16, Gadawad, alright, which means a band, a troop, a raiding band, troop, band of divisions of army, foray, raid, army, company. And it means troops shall invade invade Gad. Now let's go into these words. I'll pull it up in the dictionary because I wrote it down. I'm just gonna type it up. MARAUDING. Alright, marauding, which means engaging in raiding for plunder, especially roaming about and ravaging an area, undertaking for plunder. Okay, and plunder is talking about like spoil. Plunder, to rob of goods or valuables by open force, as in war, hostile raids. Okay, to rob, despoil, alright, to take wrongfully, as by pillage, robbery, or fraud. To take plunder, pillage, okay, to loot, anything taken by robbery, theft, or fraud. Now, did not the so-called white man do that when he came over here? It said Gad. It's talking about specifically to that tribe, Gad. Alright. It said that the band, let me get that word again, for troop, it said a band, troop, which a troop is a body of soldiers, of fighting men. Okay. Get this word again. A marauding band, okay, which is engaged in raiding for plunder, which we got what plunder is robbing, looting, stealing by force. Alright. Get it, raiding. What's going on? Okay, exactly. Alright, rating. Let's get this one real quick. Foray. Alright. Foray. It means a quick raid, usually for the purpose of taking plunder. A quick sudden attack. Okay. To make a raid, pillage, marauding. To invade or make one's way as for profit or advantage. Alright. So when you go back to the Hebrew word troop, when it says a troop, alright, it's got a wad, which means a band, troop, a marauding band, a raiding band, troop, band of divisions of armies, alright, going into the U.S. cavalry, foray, raid, army, company. In a company you have soldiers, okay? And when you go into the Genius Lexicon, it says it should actually translate saying Gad troops shall invade Gad. Troops